I 26F found out my boyfriend 28 meters is married. Should I tell her and ruin her new family? Met my boyfriend about 78 months ago and we made things exclusive about 2 months in. I noticed he was acting strange about 2 months ago, but he works in law enforcement in my town, so I thought maybe something happened that was bothering him. Turns out, that was when his wife delivered their first baby. I found out due to an incident that happened with another officer and because he was acting strange. Googled his name and found an obituary with his name and his wife's name on it. Found her Facebook and saw their newborn baby. I didn't tell him that I knew he was married and just ended the relationship saying I was unhappy. My question is, should I tell her and destroy the family she just started, or keep this to myself and just let him go? I do not want him at all after finding out this information. What would you do in my shoes? Edit. I didn't expect to get more than 1 or 2 answers and I'm trying to read everyone's comments, but wanted to clarify why I'm nervous. 1. I have a stalker who has been trying to find me for over a year since I moved. And he did. I now have to go to court to get a restraining order, but feel like I may need my now ex if my stalker ignores the order. 2. I don't live in the best neighborhood and feel like he could plant something on or around my house and say I'm an unfit mother. I do not sell drugs, but I don't know if it would matter. Do you have a friend that knows her? A friend that has a friend that knows her? If you can get a 3D person to tell her some vaj. Someone saw your husband being lovey-dovey with a woman. I'm thinking the grapevine might be a safer option. Tread lightly. If your ex is a cop, there are some things that he may be able to get away with due to his connections being a cop. I want to say tell her. I would want to know. However, the fact that he is in law enforcement puts a completely different complexion on things. If there was a way to let her KO and ensure your safety. But that probably wishful thinking. Even if he personally doesn't retaliate against you, his buddies on the force might. Not worth the risk. Your BF ruined his family. You restoring agency to his wife is the ethically correct thing to do. If he weren't law enforcement, I'd say torch his life. But as an officer, the rest of the department will rally around him. And they will do everything they can to make your life hell. Move on for your own safety. There's a distinct possibility that you might be in danger if you do that. Law enforcement officers have a much higher rate of domestic violence than the general population. Let him go. Change the locks. Get a new phone number. And move as soon as you reasonably can. But he works in law enforcement. Don't do anything. Block him everywhere you can and disappear. It's not worth putting yourself into this. Never date a cop FR. Oh weird, cops being scum? No way. Coming from the daughter of a long line of both service members and law enforcement. Absolutely never tell the wife. If you see them in public, they're invisible to you. You do not know who TF they are. Delete all photos of him on your social profiles, as well as anything mentioning him. Block him on everything and move on with your life. Let this go. Be glad you're not further entwined with this man and count your blessings you found out the way you did. He ruined his family, not you. While she deserves to know, your safety comes first, you have no obligation to further tangle yourself into this situation. You were lied to. You're not at fault. And you're not a bad person to put your own safety first. Sending virtual hugs. Him being a cop makes this dangerous for you. I'm normally team tell her, but I think you should keep this one close. You never know how far he could take the harassment if you tell. First thing, Get tested for STDs. You should not put yourself in danger to tell his wife. You don't know exactly what he's capable of. He was able to conceal a lot from you. If you're going to remain in that town, no need to make an enemy of the police. In a different situation I would encourage you to tell, but in this case, your safety is at risk. How small is the town? They write cheesy Lifetime movies and songs about bad small-town cops. Safety first. A lot of people will say you should absolutely tell her. But think about your safety first. Small-town cops have almost unlimited power. He could literally murder you and get away with it. If you're prepared to leave the area, go for it though. Leave it alone and move on. 1. He's a cop. Who knows what he is capable of if his family is threatened? And he will see this as a threat to his family. 2. Wife just gave birth and probably have hormones all over the place. I usually say tell her, but he's a cop, so my first concern is your safety. We don't want him to retaliate. If you were moving, then scorch earth it.
A cop.
Having had the experience of being stalked by an ex-boyfriend cop for just breaking up with him, do not, for the love of God, tell his wife. I lived in fear for months. I understand your desire to protect his wife. That's admirable. But the consequences to you could be really awful.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.